Welcome to India New News. Our guest today is Jasmine Shah, founder and director of Angikam Dance Academy. As every year, she is hosting her annual 37th dance program, where every year hundreds of her students participate of all these age groups. This year, she has a very unique theme called Mickey and Minnie. We are going to talk to her about her dance concept for this year and all the logistics, how to attend this year's annual dance festival, as well as the more details about the theme. Jasmine, welcome to our studio.
Thank you.
You have been through this drill. So
yes, I have many times.
Excellent,
yeah.
Good. So let us first start with the theme for this year's dance program you are hosting.
Yes. This year, last October, we went to Disney to perform during Diwali. That was their first Diwali show where they invited all different dance schools to perform there. And it was very exciting.
So when you said different dance schools, Indian or all different?
No, Indian. It was first ever Indian dance shows over there, dances over there, celebrating Diwali. So there were about 15 to 16 dance schools from all over USA. Mm-hmm. And that was a great experience. We had a parade and each dance school had their own dance on the stage. The Finding Nemo stage, which is a very precious place to perform. So when time came for my annual show, I was wondering what to do, which is different this time. And then I came up with this, that why don't we continue the same concept of Mickey and Minnie. So instead of we going to Disney, this time Mickey and Minnie are coming to Angikam's recital.
Oh, excellent.
So that's the whole thing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So now, tell us a little bit about logistics. When the event is happening and
it's on June 23rd, which is next Sunday, at Littleton High School, and starts at 3. And I would like to insist that please be there on time, rather 15 minutes early, as you don't want to miss the beginning. And chances are that we may close the doors in the beginning for about 15-20 minutes because there's a surprise and we want to keep it that way. So please try to arrive on time.
So, how many dancers are going to be here?
I would say about 130, 140. 140? Probably.
And how many dance items?
No, I don't really know that. Maybe about 30, 35 dances.
35.
Yeah.
And what is the age group of dance?
Age group starting from 5.5, 6 to 70.
To 70. And how many people are in that group of 70?
No, they're not all 70.
All 70?
Yeah. Okay. They're adults, basically adults group. But the adults group is a very, very different age group.
Jasmine, for 37 years you have done this your annual show. Which are some of your, I would say, top 5 favorite
right, yeah.
Yes.
They're all my favorite, but
I
yes,
understand. But if I have to ask you,
one was Ramayana, which we did many, many years back. So in Ramayana, we had songs in, of course, Indian languages. There were Bharatanatyam dances, Gujarati songs, Hindi songs, but the dialogues were in English, so the kids can understand. Then we did Shakuntal, same dialogues in English and songs in Indian languages. Then www.millennium.com. That was very unique show, which was done. It was my annual show. At the same time, it was a fundraiser for Gujar. Then we had, of course, 2 shows on weddings. Those were very interesting. What else? Festivals of India. Then, another one was art, artist and inspiration. That was very unique. A discovery of India. So those are few of unique, I would say.
So earlier you mentioned Mickey and Minnie in the context of Disney and Diwali festival there. So what if you can give us a preview for this year, like what audience can expect?
So as I mentioned, we had gone to Disney. We performed there. So now Mickey and Minnie after watching all those Indian dances, got so excited, they wanted to go to India and learn more about India. But of course, they don't get visa. So they decided to come to Angikam's dance show and experience the same. They'll get to see beautiful dances, colorful costumes, amazing choreography. So
and language?
Songs are in all different languages.
All different languages.
Yeah, English, of course, dialogues are in English, and the songs are in different languages. Yeah. Classical, folk, Bollywood, everything, fusion. Yeah.
So I'm so glad you mentioned your performance at Indian England Wedding Expo.
Right, yeah.
And the one we did earlier this year, it had to do with love, and I did interview with you.
Right.
And you had some very interesting twists about love, and very, like somebody who had a lot of experience. Okay, so you made a lot of sense for, those viewers who want to see that, they can go back and search for that interview with you.
Sure.
But I have a follow-up question on that. So you said, I remember telling that you were so busy in the college, in schools at time, with your acting classes and dance and all this stuff. You had no time for love and romance.
That's right.
And I think that, all the kids, including myself, went to college for love and romance, not to study. How did you do that?
I don't know. I think I was very studious and serious student.
I was a serious student too.
I know, but for me, after studies, it was always dance. I was never interested in sports, any kind of sports. So it was always dance and dramatics. I was a theatre artist, a Gujarati theatre artist, and also acted in some Marathi plays. So that used to take all my time. So
now on a serious topic, how did you really get interested in dance? Who inspired you to get into dance?
My mom and my aunt, my Masi. So my Masi also had her own dance school. My mom was a good dancer. So I was always inspired by watching them. And of course, since very young age, I used to dance. And you know how your parents, you were the best dancer of this. So I grew up with that. And since young age, I've been on the stage dancing.
And where did you grow up?
Bombay.
In Bombay. So you were born in Bombay?
Born and brought up in Bombay.
So tell us a little bit about your childhood. How was the growing up there in Bombay?
Interesting. I grew up with, of course, I was the only girl in my family. When I say my family, my mamas, Masi, everybody. I was the only girl. There were no boys. So, of course, pampered a lot. And I was always very interesting. Of course, I was always encouraged. At the same time, I myself was very interested in dramatics and dance. So at very young age, I started learning. And in India, it was easy because parents don't have to take you to different places. You can go on your own. Either walk or take a bus and go. So I used to attend many different classes. And then in school and colleges, used to take part at the same time. When I got into college, I started choreographing or started helping my own teacher, became his assistant.
And what did you study in college?
You don't want to know.
Okay, no, tell us.
Economics and politics.
Economics, okay. Nothing to do with that. Okay.
No. And I did my MBA also. Because that time, I didn't know that I'll become a dance teacher. I always wanted to work in a corporate world, which never happened. And then, so in India, I used to choreograph dances on a smaller scale, helping my teacher choreograph for schools and colleges. But it just so happened after coming here, there was a great demand. Some of my friends encouraged me to start teaching their daughters. And that's how dance school started over here.
So now you stop there. What brought you here and how did you come here and when did you come here?
We came in 1981. So Manoj, my husband, he came as a student and I came along with him. Was thinking of joining college that time, me too. But they didn't recognize any of my credits. So then I just didn't go to college here.
And you came to Boston, Massachusetts?
Yes, we came to Boston area.
Okay, and you stayed there.
Right, since then we are here. Yeah.
Okay. No. And what was you said you also did MBA?
Right.
And from where you did that MBA?
Siddharth College in Bombay.
In Bombay.
Yeah.
And that career never took off?
No.
Okay, then you get married. And you were married, it was a love marriage or arranged marriage?
No, arranged marriage.
You didn't have time for love, right? As you said earlier. Okay. And so you come here and then 42 years ago, you start your...
Right, yeah. On a very small scale, initially I only had 7 students. Yeah. And that time our Indian population
was very small.
Very small population. So I had 7 students, and then slowly it grew. And now there are so many dance teachers.
Sure.
And there's all these dance lovers have so many opportunities to learn. Whatever style they want to learn. During my time, there were only hardly 2-3 teachers.
Sure. Yeah. And so now, what Angikam Dance Academy teaches? Tell us about the type of dance.
Yeah, I grew up learning all different styles. I wasn't stuck to any particular style, but I learned Bharatanatyam and Manipuri. And Manipuri is my favorite. So I teach Bharatanatyam, Manipuri. I also teach folk, which is also my most. I'm most interested in folk dance, learning about different styles of India and trying to teach them totally unique folk dances. And of course, from last 10, 12 years, I did Bollywood also. Yeah.
So how many generally at a given time you have students?
In one class?
No, in general, overall.
There was a time, I would say about 4 or 5 years back, I had 250, 300 students.
Okay.
Yeah. But now I have stopped teaching at 2 other locations. So now it's somewhere around 130, 150.
150. Yeah. And what percentage is the male students? No. I shouldn't say no. Right now I don't. But at one point I had 4 boys, really amazing dancers, and one of them even did his Arangetram. Yeah. Oh, excellent. Very good. Yeah. So now you did your MBA, you studied economics and politics, and you are now totally passionate about dance and teaching dance. Now, if God meets you and says, Jasmine, here is one chance, ask for anything you want and that will happen to you. So what will you choose today?
As a career, dance. Dance.
What about business career and MBA?
I don't think I'm good. I don't think I'll be good at that. Yeah. I know my limitations.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm more kind of business. Even if I go into business, it will be more on creative side. And creative never stops. You start one project and till the last minute, you keep thinking, no, this can be done this way. No, let's do it this way. Even if after it's done, you think, no, I should have done it this way. So my mind is totally creative. So if I go into business, it will be something to do with creativity.
Or something to do with the dance too.
Dance,
dance and art.
Right.
Okay. Now, the student first thing is the parents who are the child. So what advice you will give to the parents, to educate the children if they are interested in dance? And then what advice you will give to the young kid who wants to learn dance?
Yeah.
So let's start with
yes, good questions. When girls at young age, when they come to dance class, mostly because their moms or parents want them to learn dance, they really don't understand when they come to class what to expect. Or if they understand, they have seen these Bollywood movies and they feel like, very next day they will be dancing like Madhuri Dixit. That doesn't happen. Some do end up quitting because it's not what they expected. And it takes time. And I would say parents, initially, yes, sometimes their daughter will cry, they may not enjoy, but bring her. I have students, initially, now they say that initially we hated it. We didn't like it. And now they are my assistants. And all these girls, once they go to college, either they are of course, they are all performing in these dance competitions and they become captains, they become choreographers. So it's, when you are in dance class, it's not just that you learn dance. There are so many other things that goes with the dance. You learn about Indian culture, Indian history, you learn about choreography, all different dance styles. And because my students learn many different styles, it becomes very interesting for them too.
So rule number 1 for the parents is just keep bringing them.
Yeah, and whatever dance, it doesn't, of course, I'm Indian dancers, so I would say Indian, but even if they like some Western dance, that's fine, because it's a good exercise. You become disciplined mentally and physically. So dance, any form of physical activity is always good.
And for the young kids who doesn't have that much patience.
So, Right, because initially, I'm sure all the teachers go through that first you have to bring interest into them. Move slowly, make sure what they like, how to make sure that they will make sure that they don't miss any dance class. So if you make it interesting in the class, the kids would love to come to dance and they'll be looking forward to it.
And now, advice to young boys who are a little bit hesitant about learning dance.
No, nowadays it's not like that. There are so many boys who do dance and there are so many teachers who do teach boys. It's just that I don't have any boys.
Okay.
I don't know. I personally think that I may not have patience with boys. But yeah, who knows?
Okay. So now, before I let you go, tell us one more time about the
Yes,
date
about my show.
and-
Yes, so it's Mickey and Minnie's Extravaganza at Angikam Dance Academy. Now it's on June 23rd, Sunday, Littleton High School, 3 to 6.
And is there going to be any food or anything?
Yes, there will be food during internship.
During the intervention.
Yeah.
Okay. Jasmine, thank you so much. All the best and see you there.
Thank you.
Yeah.